Lucky Week 13 is underway. Everyone hoping for some good fortune as we enter the home stretch. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Hurts comes out throwing. Oh, it's intercepted. What a start. And the Packers take over on his 5th interception of the season. There it is, partner. Tough to resist starting the game with a deep shot. I know you know that. It is aggressive, but also very high risk, high reward.
It is, Kate, and you know as an offensive player, especially as a quarterback, you go to bed that night, these plays are scripted. You're going to come out, you're going to take a shot. There you got to show a little restraint. If it's not there and that defense has the awareness they just did, boy, you got to be real careful to not give them an opportunity to do what they just did and make a huge play defensively.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
From the gun on 3rd down. Vacates quickly left side. Skips it short of his man. That brings up 4th down.
You know, these 3rd and short situations, you rep them all the time. Snap after snap, rep after rep. You're expecting man-to-man coverage in that down and distance, and you're expecting to execute. That time on 3rd and short, they can't get the job done.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Look into the air here. Throw is caught by the back. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. They come through with 6 yards there, Brock, and they're rewarded with a new set of downs.
Oh, so close to getting off the field. But the 4th down conversion keeps that defense out there. That was their shot to end this possession, to sit on the bench, to get their breath. But now they're going to have to buckle down and force another 4th down.
Finds him over the middle. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Working inside the red zone. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on 3rd down. Takes the handoff, now to throw. Escapes out to the left. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Setting up a throw. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive.
I think this defense was resigned to giving up 3 points on the opening series. Instead, well, they got the chance to deny them anything. And boy, did they ever attack it.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now Now a give running right. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
And the pressure gets home. He doesn't throw it in time. That's a safety. Well, correct me if I'm wrong, partner, but I thought we were coming here to call an NFL game, but this is starting more like a baseball game. 2-0 here in the bottom of the first. No, just kidding. Still just the first quarter here this afternoon.
Yeah, it feels like a pitcher's duel too, right? I mean, it's just a low-scoring affair here out the gate. I'll tell you what this does do, though, Kate. Right, in this world of analytics and looking at scores, this starts to screw that just conventional wisdom up. When you get an oddball like this, a safety early, just watch over the course of this game how it may affect some of the decision-making of the coaches. When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
We've got enough data now through the years to understand that an explosive play on offense more often than not leads to scoring. We also know if you can create a negative play defensively. In a tightly contested game like this, every play matters. And to get that negative play, put this offense on their heels, exactly what this defense needed.
A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Dumped off to his running back. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it. Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Hunter takes the field on fourth down, and he sends this one flying. Same as a touchback here. Fair catch made at the 20. No return on that punt. And they're going to take over possession. They're out and set. First and 10. On the play fake, it's Hurts. He's got Smith. And he'll get it up to the 27.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. On the third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. That's good for 7 yards. And it sets up a Houston first.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No gain there that time, and it's second and 10.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. A play fake, now Hurts to throw. Connects on the crosser. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That one goes for 25 yards. And it sets up a Houston first.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
They'll run here on first down. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
That one's cut along the left sideline. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
We're back, and we'll join this drive already in progress to begin quarter two. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Hurts looking to throw. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that's going to give them the lead.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Kickoff taken at the 3. And nearly to the 35-yard line before he goes out of bounds. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And that carry only nets 1 on the plunge up the gut. On 2nd and 9. Has him on the quick hitter. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground.
The humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 42. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. First throw for the backup now. Complete beyond the marker. This gets the 1st and more. And he'll take this one in for the Green Bay touchdown. The Packers take a 2nd quarter lead. Riley Patterson on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Packers push their lead to 6. The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. Starting from the 5. Returns looking good so far. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. They're set up at the 35 now. First down throwing for Hurts. He's going to loft one deep to the left. He's got it at the 30. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Cole, you often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position by hitting on that shot. You've totally...
And he'll get this across. Touchdown, Houston. The Aviators tie and can take the lead here in the second. Nice execution to get that counter to the end zone. Maybe not the play we expected, Brock, but the play that they needed right there.
I love a well-executed counter. I really do. It's like a good boxer, Kate. You set him up with a feint one way, and then you hit him with the knockout the other. Keep them from answering the bell and stopping you from reaching that end zone.
The extra point is up, and it is good. And the Aviators take the lead on that successful kick. All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Fielded at the 7. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. They go play action on first. Pressure's on him and it gets home. He's dropped. Working quickly here. After the sack, another pass on second down. He's on the move. Now we'll try a deep shot down the left side. Caught along the left sideline, but he did not get both feet in. That's incomplete, brings up third down.
You know, that's a high degree of difficulty throw. Not a lot get tougher than that one. But now, fortunately, Kate, he aired it closer to the sideline, and it goes harmlessly out of bounds.
All right, so that challenge is unsuccessful, but still a chance to earn a third one if their next challenge leads to an overturned call. And he's there to knock away the pass and force a fourth down.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target could make a play on it.
Fourth down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. Starts the return at the 34. And he gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And it'll be their football. Ball on the 45, first and 10. Here's Hurts. And he's able to cross midfield before going out.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Back-to-back carries here. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a first down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Trent McDuffie in to pick it off.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful. right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
Oh, that vision he has when he gets into space, like a chess master, seeing multiple moves ahead of time. He knows who's going to attack and at what angles, and he maneuvers his way through before someone can finally get to him.
And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. Offense up to the line fast. Back to the well again. And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday, but doing the dirty work, playing to run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
3rd and short here, trying to pass. Completed to his running back. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. That one ends up a gain of 6. And it'll be first down, Packers.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like
They'll come up 1st and 10. Now a give left side. And he's able to drive them forward into the red zone.
so much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Escapes the pocket. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. The Packers trying to hurry to the line. Here he is on 3rd and long. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Not on the same page with his tight end. So that brings up 4th and long. Koo able to put it through. And they've taken back the lead.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. Brings in the kick at the 9. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
I'm not sure that deficit's going anywhere anytime soon. If anything, this is a defense that sees their offense creating not a ton of separation on the board, knowing they've got to shoulder the load. And sacks like that go a long ways towards doing it.
Taken in by Smith. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Timeout taken by the offense, their 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Hurts now from the gun. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Starts his return from the 23. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. It's a 54-yard punt that time. And they'll take over with minimal time remaining in the half. 19 seconds remain in our opening half. Let's see what they do with it. Back to pass on 1st and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though. 15 seconds left. He can't hang on to the pass. So it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, but then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. It's just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
And this falls incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining. The Packers send out their punting unit. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. He takes the fair catch at about the 26-yard line. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Has this at the 6. Good looking return here, and he's got room. His return reaches that 34-yard line before he stopped. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
I'll tell you this, Kate. They doubled him knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. That's doing your homework. A bit surprising QB still threw it in that direction of how well the defense had that one covered.
2nd and 10 now. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. the Aviators are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. They worked hard to have the halftime lead, Brock, but now that defense working hard to take it away.
Not wasting any time, are they? You know, they love to say about baseball, Kate, baseball's a game of adjustments. So is the NFL, and especially in the second half. You have all that data from the first half. You want to take it all in, and defensively you want to adjust exactly what they did to take the ball away there to begin the second.
Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Packers take over as he records the 40th interception of his career. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead.
Oh, the football's loose. Scooped up by the defense. And they stop him before he gets much on the return. Well, that didn't take long, Brock. One play, and they're back out there.
Well, that's how a defense can make you awfully happy as an offensive player, especially when you screw it up and you fumble. The defense picks up that offense and puts them right back on the field.
And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, two-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
And they bring him down around the 34. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Trying to push this past the marker. And that hit stops him in his tracks. So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on downs.
Well, a blitz on 4th down's a gutsy call, but it can work against a pass or a run. Good luck running for the sticks when you got a whole defense crashing you right off the snap.
On 1st down, they'll run. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
2nd and 3 now. Trying the right side. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Running it after the penalty. And this one doesn't go far. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Pass play coming here. Has it left side, Brock, but the throw carried him too close to that edge. I'm going to say he brought it in out of bounds, and that's going to bring up 4th down. Their punter making his way out now. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. Takes it in at the 26. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Now elsewhere on the return, there's an injured player in need of some attention, which he will get as trainers head his way. 1st and 10 now from the 30. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1. Here's the handoff. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a third down on this possession, or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Throwing here, Hurts. Finds him over the middle. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. That play good for 17 and a first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
That one doesn't find its man, incomplete.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
They'll run now on 2nd down. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Only a yard from that time, so now 3rd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Getting out to his left. He's running for it. They get 13 on the pickup. And it sets up a Houston first.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him, calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Looking for his wide receiver there. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
2nd down, Hurts throwing again. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Trent McDuffie in to pick it off. And the Packers have it as he records his 7th interception of the season.
4 picks. 1 game, yeah, I get it. They've not all been his fault, but it isn't any easier to stomach. For the sake of his mental game, I think it's about time to limit things to short, easy passes or simply take him off this field altogether.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Offense in the hurry up here. Another try following the sack. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up with a 3rd down.
First sack, wobbled the cart. This one, I think, sent it off the rails entirely. Taking the L on each of the first 2 plays leaves this offense looking at a very unlikely 3rd down pickup.
Not a good spot to punt from. They really want to convert here on 3rd. Running back sent in motion. 3rd and long for him here. Hits his running back. And this one does not go far.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
He gets it away now from his own end zone. Fair catch called for and taken just beyond midfield. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And it's going to be their football coming up. First and 10. Ball set up at the 48. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Dump off caught by his back. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. On 1st down, Hurts. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Packers take over on his 5th interception of the season.
This is a lonely place. And I don't know how many walking the planet have thrown 5 picks, but I'll raise my hand. I did it in an Apple Cup, and it is a lonely, humbling feeling. Everything that could go wrong, well, it's gone wrong for this quarterback today, and I hope that's the last time we see him throw a pass in this one.
He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Sent to the ground by Kyler Gordon. This is the end of the third quarter. The Packers with it. They have the lead late, but this game is close. Second and 6 coming up here. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's brought down after a short gain. It's a pickup of 3. They're going to need 3 more now on third down.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
The handoff on third and short. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. The penalty makes it 3rd and 8 here. Slot receiver headed left. A little touch pass here, trying to move the chains. Big play, pushes them beyond midfield. Into the red zone. It's a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. I think we actually saw him call it early there, Brock. He made that throw, and then he signaled it was gonna be a touchdown. Like a guy calling it before his three-pointer goes through the net.
Oh, you mean like Larry Legend Bird?
Ooh.
In the three-point shooting contest in the 80s?
Or maybe like a Tyrese Maxey, you know, but whatever.
Well, the kids aren't alive, I get it. And they weren't alive in the 80s. They didn't see Larry Legend do it, but he did. And he anticipated, just like the quarterback.
The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. Return starts at the 9. This return makes it up to the 25. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Trying for the deep ball. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. Could not beat the defender there. So it's 2nd down coming up.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
And they pick him off again. And the Packers have it as he records his 7th interception of the season.
That throw has got to be the last we've seen of him this contest. I'm just not sure how they leave him in when the defense is clearly all over whatever he's trying to throw. The amount of frustration he is feeling is only going to lead to additional miscues. Please, for the love of God, take this man out.
Short pass brought in. And he's out of bounds right at that 25-yard line.
You know, Kate, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
And he gets this forward to the 19. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. From the red zone now. An alert play defensively there. Got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
Well, the pressure, boy, that sped that whole play up, didn't it? And it opened up a wide range of outcomes. A hurried throw almost ended up an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack.
Bails out of the pocket quick. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. Working quickly here. From the gun on 3rd down. hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion. Those 3 points could go a long way to securing this W. Makes it a lot more comfortable knowing the other side's got to score a couple touchdowns now. A touchdown to field goal's not going to get it done anymore.
Return coming from the 6. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Getting right back to it after that interception. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
Hurts trying again on second down. Caught quickly on the slant. Now he's past the 25. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. The Aviators now within one score in the fourth. Well, Brock, it speaks to the constant threats that these slant routes pose, that we aren't all too surprised when one of them breaks for something much bigger than its design, right? And it ends just like it did in a touchdown.
Yeah, Kate, that's exactly right. And the great quarterback coaches, they demand of their QBs to put it right on the money. Because when you hit that exact spot, when you don't slow your receiver down and he can catch and run, especially with the elite athletes at that position in this league, big plays follow.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Return starts at the 3. And this drive will start inside the 25. They're out and set. First and 10. It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Offense up to the line fast. Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. Breaks the tackle. Green grass ahead. And he reaches the 35 before going out. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And that's good for a Green Bay first down. Running this one left. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign where they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Second and 6 coming up here. Give now to the running back. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Give him 5 yards to bring up a manageable 3rd and 1. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and it'll be first down Packers. New set of downs for him from the 46. Out of the option, he's going to keep it going right. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. So a timeout comes in. It looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Out to his wideout, it's a screen. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
You You call that receiver screen, and every once in a while, that wide receiver, well, he's got to be his own blocker. He's got to make the first guy or two miss. That didn't happen. Play goes nowhere.
That takes us to the 2-minute warning in Houston. Packers up by 4. Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Wow, still throwing, and this is intercepted! And the Aviators have some new life in the 4th.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Setting up to pass. Finds a seam down the middle. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. He'll look to throw it. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And now it's 2nd down.
That play is so impressive on so many levels. Not just because it saves a touchdown, Kate. He had to time that perfectly to knock it free without drawing a flag or letting him establish possession for the score. That is so, so good.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Back to throw. Has it at the 7. And this is down all the way to the 3. Hurry up offense now as time runs down. Here he is to throw. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted.
I think it's safe to say his day is beyond repair now, if it wasn't long ago. He just hasn't been reading these coverages at all, and it's clearly not on the same page with his receivers. I think it really is now time to think about his confidence for future games and get him out of this ball game.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Now a give on the counter. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down. Timeout taken by the defense. They're 2nd. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now.
This close to your own goal line, they really don't want to risk a sack. That means, well, one option, run it and buy whatever breathing room you can.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They kick the running back in motion. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Defense with an excellent opportunity at a stop here on 3rd down. Hand off to the back. Gets him the 1st, past the 15. Past the 35. To the 45. At the 20. And that should just about do it, folks. They take it in for the touchdown, and that should lock up this win. So that should be the one that does it, Brock. A big one late that puts them up here 2 scores.
What a complete performance overall. The clock where it is and where it stands right now, Kate, that should be the capper, and that is so satisfying as an offense to go up 2 scores.
Patterson on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Packers drive their lead to 11. The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. Here's a return from the 7. Now bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. And he can't escape. The Packers drop him. Now the offense going to take its 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
Final quarter, this quarterback's just feeling the need to do a little extra, try to make something happen outside the pocket. But the problem, defense wouldn't let them. They have that same kind of urgency. They want to make some plays of their own before they hit the showers. And they got one right there with that sack.
That one is incomplete. The clock now down to 16 seconds remaining. That one vehemently swatted away. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. To throw. Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining.
Gosh, you could just almost feel his eyes up here, Kate, getting huge, right? He was envisioning the return, and he simply dropped it. Got to secure that pick before you think of anything else.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Looking to throw it. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. And the Packers are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
You know, my dad was my old high school coach. He's a play caller. He was an offensive guy. And after days like this, and I remember one in particular, he'd say, son, some days peanuts, some days shells. This has been nothing but a bunch of shells for this quarterback today.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. And this is into the end zone, but incomplete. It was a win no matter what. So they decided, hey, let's try for another touchdown, the knee it out. Either way, this one's over. So it's the visiting Packers who pick up the win. And this was the type of response you always hope to see after a loss, Brock. Get right back out there and find a way to win the following week. So for Brock Heward and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers are your winners, as we'll see you next time from Houston.